So we're going to start today's practice just with a comfortable, natural stance of your feet. Don't worry about alignment. Best way to get that natural stance is just to not look down at your feet, shift your weight from one foot over to the other, and however your feet land, that's perfect. Don't change them so long as it feels comfortable for you in your body. We'll start with just a mild turn of the palms forward. Be mindful that you're not really exaggerating this position. It should feel natural. It should feel just really free in the body. So a gentle turn of the palms forward and a lift of the chest. At this point, feel free to lower your gaze or to close your eyes down. And as you do close the eyes, just allow yourself to be appreciative of your dedication. Acknowledge the honoring of yourself and the time that you have carved out for this self-care practice right now. Just simply really acknowledging your presence here on your yoga mat. And accepting yourself exactly as you are right now in these moments. We'll take a couple more elongated breaths just in your own timing, feeling into the expansion of the inhale breath. And when you get there, the release and the surrender that comes with the exhale breath. Just completing at least one more cycle like that. And whenever you have completed that last long exhale, just allow the breath to resume as per normal, feeling the shoulders soft. Again, that gentle turn of the palms. Sweep the arms out to the sides. As you breathe in, feel how the reach of the arms really opens the rib cage. Feel free to turn your chin, your nose, reaching up towards whatever is above you, and then exhale, bringing your hands, palms into a prayer position at the chest, or you can turn both of your hands, palms, one on top of the other to place upon the chest. Feel a lift of the chest, a bowing down of the chin, and just taking this time to acknowledge your presence here. Thank you for showing up and thank you for sharing. As you come into another inhale, we'll sweep the arms out again. This time, feel free to open up the eyes, reaching up above you, nice and high, keeping the arms up above you. And then if your gaze is lifted, just bringing your head a bit more neutral and widening your feet. Doesn't matter how you're positioned on or off your mat. Just a nice wide stance with your feet. From here, bringing your hands, palms into a prayer position at the chest. And just starting to come into a little bit of a twist. So the thumbs are going to move over towards the right armpit here. Thumbs towards the right armpit. So we're just moving the arms themselves. Bring your hands back through center and move the thumbs over towards the left armpit. And as you do this a couple more times, shifting from one side to the other, just start to take note of any other parts of your torso that want to move with the movement of the arms. It's just a point of observation in your body. Let's go one more time each side. Thumbs over to one side. You can go at your own pace, moving through center. And finishing with the last side, we'll bring the hands back in towards the chest. Now we're going to be moving the torso with that. But as you move the torso, I want you to keep your thumbs kind of glued onto your sternum. So now we're going to twist the torso just a few times. And we're not letting the thumbs leave the sternum. So we're really utilizing the internal strength of our trunk muscles, of our core, to be able to twist. And point of observation here is, are you letting your hips twist with you? So when you twist to your right, press your right hip a bit more forward. And when you twist to your left, press your left hip a little bit more forward. So the hips represent an anchor point in your body, so you can isolate the twist more into the spine instead of moving through the hips. Pausing into the center, just finishing up. And now we'll add those two things together. So we're going to be twisting and sliding the thumbs over towards the right, twisting the upper body towards the right, and the same thing over to the left. So thumbs slide towards the right armpit. You're also going to twist your torso. Pause here. Now, if you are twisting to your right, press your right hip forward. Just bearing in mind that the hips are an anchor point, so we can really allow for the twist to occur. Coming through center, slide the thumbs, pause in the middle. We'll go the other side. Thumbs over to the opposite side. Maybe it's to your left if you're doing it this way. And then twisting the torso as well. So you're pressing the palms against each other, twisting through the upper body, but your left hip is also pressing forward, so you keep that anchor point in the body, and you really get a beautiful functional twist here without any external force, but rather just internal strength. We'll come through center. Do that one more time on each side with a little bit of a longer hold like we've already done. So thumbs slide to the armpit. Whatever armpit those thumbs slide to, that's the hip that presses forward. Now you have the option, as we finish the last few breaths on this side, to maybe turn your gaze over that shoulder, chin over the shoulder. And then we'll come back through center, pause, and go to the other side. Thumbs slide to the opposite armpit, twist. And again, you have the option to move the chin over the shoulder, or maybe you just kind of keep your head slightly more neutral. You can definitely keep your chin turned more forward. This will give you a slightly different twist in the spine. You've got to figure out what's the right thing for you. But more than anything, keep your left hip forward as you draw into the left side twist. Let's come back through center. Inhale, sweep the arms down, maybe a little knee bend feels nice, reach it up. And exhale, let the arms relax and soften down beside the body. Let's bring the feet a little bit more narrow. So maybe shoulder width or hip width, depending on how you feel. And we'll sweep both of the arms forward. We're going to pull the right elbow back. Yeah, we've got this kind of bow and arrow, this archer position in the body. Sweep the right arm forward. Let's pull the left arm back. So right now, we're just keeping the head stationary. And as you do this a few more times with your own rhythm, I want you to keep observing your hips, yeah? So as you pull the left elbow back, press your left hip forward. Anchor the hips. And as you pull your right elbow back, press your right hip slightly forward. It doesn't have to be a lot. It's just so that we don't twist the hips, because when we twist the hips, we get no twist in the spine. Let's do one more on each side, twisting and pulling back. Again, for now, we're keeping the gaze forward, not because we're trying to, restrict the body, but we're just trying to be a little bit more specific, finishing up with the last side that you're on, and then reaching forward. As you inhale, sweep the arms up. As you exhale, we're going to come into a little chair pose. So adjust the distance between your feet as much as you need to. Exhale, bringing your palms into a prayer position at the chest. Really feel that your weight is on your heels, and we don't need to have hard and fast rules about the alignment, just so long as you understand if you have a predisposition to collapsing in your arches, knocking the knees in, and having the feet go out. If that's happening for you, be a little bit more diligent about seeing how it feels to get this type of alignment in your body, and just observe. Again, observe and notice. Usually when we work with more of this parallel alignment, we really start to naturally activate these supporting muscles. Sitting the hips back for 3. Relax the shoulders. You should be able to breathe calmly here for 2. See if you can bring a little bit more weight on the heels and a little bit more lowering of the hips for 1. Inhale, reach it up high. Exhale. Let the arms relax and hang down. Let's go nice and wide again. So we're going to repeat a few of these things, and we're going to be bringing little elements and layering these things as we go. So bring the palms together into a prayer position. This time, I want you to start to tilt your body forward. Now you're only going to tilt forward to the point that you feel that you can still keep length in your spine. If you start to tilt forward and you start to round into your spine, then you want to pull back from that. Options are wider stance to give you more length in your spine. Don't go so low. That will help you keep more length in your spine. And also, you can put a bend in the knees. Yeah? The priority is the spine. So lengthening out through the spine, coming forward just enough that you're able to still keep that length. Maybe that's a tabletop position. Totally fine. Maybe that's lifted away from that. It's not super important. The important thing is that we're creating space in the spine and elongation. From here, thumbs go towards the right armpit. I want you to bend deeply into your right knee. Notice, are you starting to round your spine? Keep your spine nice and long as you bend deeply into that right knee. And then from here, you can start to turn your head over towards your right elbow or shoulder, twisting. Now make sure you don't twist your hips. Keep your right knee slightly forward, turning. Maybe the gaze goes up. If that's not feeling great for your neck, keep your head more neutral or even choose to look down. 3. Keep a deep bend in your right knee. Keep pressing your right elbow to the ceiling. 2. Keep your right knee slightly forward, right hip forward. 1. Inhale, come back into the center. We'll come to the other side. So bending deeply into the left knee, and then we'll be taking the thumb. So we did it a slightly different order the first time, and that's okay. You work out the order that's going to be the best for you, the most valuable for you. Bending into that knee, sliding the thumbs towards the left armpit. Now the tendency is here for us to press the left hip back as we twist, because the hips want to move, because they kind of try to take over in the spine twist. We want the hips to stay stationary, right? They're an anchor so that it allows the twist to be taken in the spine. So as you're bending into that knee, we've got a few more breaths. You have the option to look down. Maybe you look to the side. Or maybe you turn your gaze up. For me, that little up gaze is a little bit crunchy in my neck on this side, so I prefer to have a bit more of a side gaze, or even a bit more of a down gaze. 3. Keep pressing left elbow up. 2. Soften your breath. Keep your left knee, left hip forward. 1. Inhale, coming up through the center. Go ahead and sweep the arms forward. We've got shum, that bow and arrow position here. Now I want you to try to maintain that as much as you possibly can. Remember, right hip forward, right knee forward, bend into that right knee, pull the right elbow back. 3, 2, 1. Coming through center. Pause. Make sure the shoulders are relaxed and soft. Sweep the arms forward. Let's go to the other side. Pull back into the left elbow. Press the left hip forward. Start to bend into that left knee. 3. Notice if your left hip wants to twist. 2. Keep your left knee a little bit more forward. 1. Bring your palms back into a prayer position. Inhale. Let's do a little knee bend. Sweep it out. Bring it up. Reach high. And exhale, just drop the arms. Give them a little bit of a shake. Let's move on. Hands, palms coming into a prayer position at the chest. From here, deep knee bend into the right knee. We've got our bow and arrow arms. So it doesn't matter whether you start with your both arms forward or you go from prayer position. Just pull the right elbow back. Stretch the left fingertips forward. Keep that right knee and hip slightly forward. And here you're going to start to tilt. Now you only tilt so long as you can keep your spine elongated. If when you start to tilt, you round your spine, you don't need to go to that degree. Yeah, it's not really serving you for the purpose of this exercise. So keep it long and then begin to tilt. Weight back on your heels, but still keeping that right hip and right knee a bit more forward, not letting it twist out to the side. Breathe. You can reach your left hand and your right elbow away from each other in opposite directions. It's like you're trying to touch the elbow to the ceiling or whatever's above you. And the fingertips in front of you or below you. Keep your spine long. Inhale back through center. Palms into prayer. Whew, I'm sweating. All right, let's go to the other side. So pull the left elbow back. Reach and stretch forward through the right hand fingertips. And then again, just start that tilt. So we do want the weight on the heels, but we don't want to twist the hips to the left. So imagine you've got like headlights on your hips and they stay forward facing. Yeah, but we want the chest to move, to twist. Then you just start to tilt. Tilt down. Keep your left knee a bit more pointing forward. Try not to let it turn out. 3. Keep breathing. Left elbow up and back. Right hand fingertips down and forward. 2. Staying at the end. Relax your face. 1. Inhale, coming back into the center. From here, just finding a comfortable stance on your mat. Let's take the arms up. Breathe it in. And breathe it out. Let them relax and soften down. Okay, so you're going to come to the top of the mat. Again, bringing your hands, palms into a prayer position. We're going to be adding a little bit more into this. Start to shift your weight to your right leg. And from here, take your left knee up. Now, at any point, you can lower this foot down if that's feeling better for you. And you're going to bring your thumbs to your left armpit. Now, you can layer this in any way that you would like to. You can choose to turn your torso but not your head. You can choose to move your gaze, little or a lot, so long as you can maintain that connection to your balance and keeping your left knee, left hip forward here. 3. Keep breathing, thumbs to that left armpit. 2 and 1. From here, you're going to slowly kick back as you reach your arms up. Make sure your left leg is straight, long, straight, long. 3. Kick, 2, kick, 1. From here, land your back foot at the back of the mat. Bring your palms into prayer. Now, how do you know what to do with this back knee? If you feel a little crunchy munchy in your lower back, it actually might be beneficial to put a little bend in your back knee. And that just gives some space into your lower back area. Doesn't make it all crunchy, smushy. So maybe a little bend in the back knee helps, all right? Sweeping the arms up, we're going to come into our bow and arrow position. So go forward first, and then we've got right elbow back, left hand fingertips forward. We're going to tip forward and down 2 times. Tip forward and down. Maybe your back leg straightens here as you do this. Stay lifted in your chest. 1. Inhale, coming up. And 2. And coming up. Good. From here, both arms will go forward and you're going to step to the top of the mat. Let's go into the other side. So as we come into the twist this time, the weight shifts over to your left foot and the right knee is going to lift as you twist over towards your right. So you can imagine that the elbow and the knee are kind of coming closer towards each other. And again, maybe your gaze stays forward, maybe your gaze turns, maybe you fall, and that's okay. Because part of learning how to balance and recalibrating your balance is trying to get back on to your foot. So part of that might involve losing your balance. It's about the recalibration. Take one more breath here. All right, good. Turning forward. Both arms reach up and you're going to kick your leg back. Now it's really important here in this position, keep raising your back leg up so that right butt cheek, it's nice and active, yeah? 3, keep sending your leg back, doesn't matter how high it goes, just as long as it's straight. 2, and 1. From here, slowly, slowly reach the right foot to the back of the mat. Taking a breath here, just feeling whether you need to have a bend in the back knee or whether that back leg is going to be straight. Totally up to you. Let's go forward. And we've got left elbow pulls back, 2 tips. 1, keep the spine long and coming up. 2, good. Coming up. From here, bring both arms, sweep it up, and you're going to step to the top of the mat. All right, staying where you are. Last thing, breathe it in, sweep it up. Exhale, let it go. Drop the arms down. Right, bringing your palms into prayer position at the chest. Shift your weight to your right foot. Just like we did before, left knee lifts. Let's pull left elbow back, right arm forward. This time you've got 3 kicks with this leg. 1, bringing it in, keep pulling the elbow back. 2, bring it in, 1 more time, hold. 5, breathe, stay soft. 4, keep pulling that arrow. 3, 2, and 1. Good, land your foot. Let it go. Maybe give it a little shake. And we've got the last thing here. Palms coming into prayer. Shift your weight over. As you shift your weight into your left foot, your right knee lifts and you pull into that bow and arrow. You've got 3 kicks. 1, bringing it in. 2, bring it in. Last time we've got to hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Let it all go. Nicely done. Find a comfortable stance for your feet. And just start to let your gaze lower down. Maybe the eyes close. And feel if you'd like to take a gentle turn of the palms forward. A gentle, it's like a blend between subtle and gentle. It's a new yoga term. And just allow the shoulders to drop. Feeling into this vibrancy of your heartbeat and this grounding support as you bring your focus down to your feet. Noticing your pinky toes, your big toes, and your toes in between. Make sure that you're in a comfortable stance for your body. Now you may feel some heat that was built up, perhaps some effort that was required, a level of intensity and exertion. And now we come to harmonize that. See what happens when you observe your belly. If you're holding it tight, what happens when you let it go? Let it soften. No one's looking, I promise. Let it relax. Bring your awareness into your pelvic floor, your pelvic cavity, and relax your genitals, anus, urethra. Soften. Soften, soften into that area. Can you relax that area even more? Again, relax your belly. Soften your shoulders. Relax your throat, your jaw, your cheeks, your eyes, your forehead. Come back down again, notice your feet. Grounding you down and holding you up. Focus on your pelvic floor, letting it relax. That whole pelvic cavity, genitals, anus, urethra, softening into that area. Relax your belly. Relax your shoulders. Relax your throat. Relax your cheeks. Relax your chin. Relax your lips. Relax your eyes. Relax around your eyes. Relax behind your eyes. Relax your forehead. Soft and free in your body. When you're feeling ready, slowly take an inhale breath. Let that go. Gently opening up the eyes. Just taking time to take in the things around you. Finishing perhaps with palms together, representing some sort of connection, or perhaps palms flat towards the chest, drawing in towards the heart space. Thank you so much for sharing your practice and for bringing your energy.